Holy crap, I can't believe we actually finished it. Check it out, you guys, we did it so fast this time. Hey, what's up, you guys? How's it going? It's your boy ZH Comic Guard, and today it's such a nice day. You can see it's finally getting warm here in New York. Later on, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to draw buildings, but first I'm gonna head over to my roommate's, no, not my roommate, my friend's apartment. I'm gonna help her out with building some furniture because I'm just such a good friend. And hopefully she'll help build mine too. So earlier today I've been looking at some apartments and I really like where they're living, so I'm probably gonna move in there with my roommate. It's gonna be pretty exciting. I'm very excited for that. I think I'm gonna move in after the summer because I'm gonna go back to California to visit my family, you know, see the dog, see the cat, meet all my friends. But yeah, we're gonna be staying here in New York. I'm really excited for that. My goodness. Yesterday it was actually really cold, but it got warm all of a sudden. The weather here in New York is really unpredictable. I think it jumped straight from winter, like 30s and 40s, all the way to summer. Now it feels like it's like 70 or so, 70, 80. It's gonna get really hot later on. Hey guys, so I'm helping my friend build her table right now. Look, this is all the stuff. Wanna say hi? Yeah. Her new room looks so cool. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna be building the table. Hopefully we can get it done in like an hour or so. I'll show you guys in a bit. Holy crap, look at what we have so far. Big cabinet. What are you screwing it in?
Yeah, kinda.
You know what you should tell that? To be like, screw you.
Screw you.
Okay. Is it hard?
Yeah.
That's what she said. We just finished putting together all the furniture. I'd say it was a pretty productive day. It was a lot of hard work and it took a while, but it's alright. I haven't done any drawing yet, so I'm gonna go back right now, show you guys how I draw buildings. I think that's gonna be pretty exciting. I only have a few hours to work on it, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. We are back in my room. I am really excited to do this drawing because a lot of you guys have been complaining about drawing cities and environments, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I approach it and how I draw an entire city. So right over here behind Wolverine, I'm gonna draw an entire city-ish thing, and then Wolverine's gonna be walking into some door over here. So I already got this perspective grid in. I think in tomorrow's video I'll show you guys how to actually make this grid, but for now we already have the grid and we are gonna draw the buildings in. So make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Again, I'm making videos every single day, so the video will be up tomorrow about the perspective grid. Let's go ahead and get started. We are gonna lighten up this perspective grid just a little bit. I have a few references up of buildings from New York, so we're gonna use that to our advantage. We're gonna start off by placing, what's that called? All the buildings in. So we're not gonna go in with too much detail yet. I'm just gonna lightly sketch out where I want my buildings to be. For this, you don't really need reference because it's just building placement. I'll have my main one over here. And I don't want too much of a tangent on Wolverine, so I'll make sure he is out of that. And again, I'm just following the perspective lines. And I'll show you guys a few tips and tricks over here because once you get over here, not everything's gonna follow the perspective grid you have here. It gets a little bit more complicated, but I'm sure I can show you guys how to do it. So let me line this head up to make sure this thing's tall enough. We'll put it up here. And for this one, I'm actually looking at something outside of my dorm room as reference to make sure I get it as accurate as possible. We're just gonna sketch this thing in. Let's see, where is it? Where does it fall? Okay, and if I have anything to say, I'll say it, but I don't want this video to be too long, so a lot of it's gonna be a time lapse, but whenever I have something to say, I will let you guys know. Maybe some tips and tricks, what I'm working on, but yeah. So for now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Enjoy the show. So in case I haven't made it clear earlier, pretty much what I'm doing now is the buildings in New York, a lot of them are just these rectangular prisms. So I'm just placing them everywhere. And yeah, once I have everything down, I'll be able to start going in with detail. And the closer they are, the bigger I'm gonna make them. And when they go far away, I'm gonna make the rectangular prisms a lot smaller, as you can see over here. And I'm gonna vary the building heights because buildings aren't all the same height. And obviously, some buildings are gonna be a lot shorter, where you can't even see them, so there's gonna be some gaps here and there. Just a couple of tips. And one additional trick I want to teach you guys. Let me see if I can do a real quick demo right here. So each building, I'm gonna draw it like this. As you can see, there's a lot of these, and it's gonna be dark at the top since the lighting is coming from up here and it's at night. So you can see I have a Wolverine figure over here. And the thing is, I kind of want to layer the darks and lights so that the tops of the buildings don't come over here too much. I try to put some of the sides of the buildings on the dark part so that it kind of pops out. Just something I thought would be important something important to keep in mind while drawing backgrounds. That's something I always have in mind, and it really helps me come up with some pretty cool backgrounds, and it makes these stand out. Anyways, let's keep on going. Alright, so we pretty much roughed in the entire city right here. As you can see, that wasn't too bad. Now let's go ahead and add some more shapes and details. You can always look at reference for this. I really suggest looking at reference. You can always make up your own buildings once you're more comfortable with the shapes. But I always start out with reference, so the buildings look a little bit more accurate. Since I got a few more shapes inside, I'm gonna go ahead and just go straight in and start rendering out this thing, getting a lot of detail in, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, and one thing to remember, all the lighting is coming from down here, so anything on top is pretty much gonna be dark, but you can kind of see how I add detail to it because I'm gonna leave some parts light, I guess, so that you can still see some of the detail, but it's obvious that the lighting is coming from down here. Anyways, I think it would be better if you guys just watch me do it, and then I can explain it a little bit more near the end. Alright, this thing is starting to smear a lot, so I'm just gonna tear a page out of my sketchbook and use it under my hand so that it doesn't smear too much. Just a little trick I usually use. Alright, so I got quite a lot of it done so far. You can see there's some pretty cool stuff here. Honestly, some of the parts I just made up on my own, but I'm gonna go back, detail it. A lot of these are based off of things I have drawn before, so I'm kind of comfortable with it. If you're not comfortable, make sure you use reference. It's really important. It doesn't have to be from the exact same angle, but you can kind of just get reference for the designs. Anyways, I'm gonna keep on going, and yeah. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good, guys. What do you think? I think it's not bad. Added some detail onto the roof. Let's just keep going. This is not taking too long so far. So let's see if we can get it done very soon. So tired. Last night I was trying to sleep for like an hour and I just couldn't fall asleep. At, I believe it was 5 a.m. I think I got up again and then was debating whether or not just to start the day right there. Luckily, I was able to fall asleep again, thank God, but sleeping's tough, guys, especially for me. For some reason, I can't sleep well. Anyways, let's see. What do we have here? I'm not sure if Wolverine's visible enough, but I think we're gonna keep it here for now. We've got some detail on the roof, and that should be good enough. I added the detail using my handy electric eraser. I think in another video I might do something where I show you guys cool things you can do with an electric eraser in case you guys decide to buy it. It's definitely a useful tool, and I'll show you guys techniques I made up for using it. Yeah, I think at first I had no idea how to use an electric eraser, but I kind of figured it out on my own. Looks nice. Alright, there it is so far. We're gonna keep adding detail. I think at this point I'm gonna stop talking because I can always talk at the end and I kind of want to just focus on finishing this up. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So this is the moment you have all been waiting for. Check out this whole city. Let me give you guys a few tips. So I draw a lot of detail in the foreground. As you can see, I rendered a lot of things. And once it gets to the background, you notice I put a lot of silhouettes with these windows. And since he has a black head here, remember how I talked about layering earlier? So I put a really light building here so all this can stand out. If I put a dark building here, this would just blend back in and it really wouldn't pop out. You can see in the back there's a lot of dark buildings and more light buildings in the front, so it really pushes back the buildings in the background. Yeah. Let's see, is there anything else I want to tell you guys about? But yeah, that's about it for this, I think. And you can honestly draw them really fast once you get comfortable with it. Also, something else I want to say is you actually can draw an entire city in just 30 minutes, but as you can see, mine is really stylized, so this may take a little bit longer, but I showed you guys how to block it in really quick and get those simple little details. So if you guys are in a rush and you want to draw a city but less detailed, you can do this really fast if you use my techniques. Congratulations for those of you guys that made it to the end! Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to all of you for supporting me on every video, and make sure you check out my other videos. I have a lot more up and I post every single day, so you guys will have new content all the time. This video shout out goes to Saloni Coloring Kids. I hope I said that correctly. If you want to win a shout out on my video too, I do one every single video. All you have to do is join the notification squad. Yes, just subscribe. Turn on the notifications by clicking the bell, and comment down below once you are done. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. I will be showing you guys 1-point perspective. I think that will be really cool and it will help a lot of you guys. I will see you guys then. Bye.